Well, good morning. It's time for our client discovery meeting with Roger, Shea, and Spanos. And Trudy and your team, you guys are looking at the local notaries here in the Tennessee area, from west to middle and east. And we also have some representation from Texas because we're seeing a lot of Texas, Tennessee transfers. And we wanted to make sure we had some Texas notaries on standby as well. So really, this meeting is for you guys to tell us what you need from us. And we're going to be quiet and take lots of notes. We're curious to see which area of the service offerings that you're going to be needing from us the most, and when you would like for us to begin executing on that. And usually the team is not this quiet. Everybody, we're on mute because we're trying to all be good. So you just let us know when you're ready to get started.
Yeah, we're ready for you to start the big.
Okay. Well, tell us more about what exactly you guys need on those a la carte services. We have the mobile notary in the after hours. We have the remote online notarizations that we can do, and also the virtual notary case management. And we just, are curious to know what areas or which areas you'll find that you'll need us more at the beginning.
Yeah, we feel like we would need the remote notary more.
Okay. I thought so. That makes a lot of sense because that's where typically everything seems to be heading towards the remote online notarization. So I figured that would be the case. All right. So how we have our process set up is once you know when something needs to be notarized, you'll complete this little quick form, and anybody on your team can do this, and it will feed over into our office manager, Miss Roxana Velasquez. She will in turn upload that to our app, and one of these wonderful notaries will grab that. And this is all going to happen basically in real time. So as soon as you guys provide us with the appointment, we schedule the appointment on the app, and then whoever is available and nearest to that appointment will accept that appointment. And from there, I wanted to talk with you about how you wanted us to do your client confirmation calls. Right now, what we do is we contact the client, we confirm the appointment, and if there is any changes that the client wants to make, oh, you can't come at 6, can you come at 6:30? Then we are going to accommodate the client, of course. Does that process sound like something that would work for you as far as that client confirmation?
Would we be okay with that? Yes. Yes, that would be fine.
Okay. All right. And then once the signing is complete, let's talk about the documents. We're using an application that's extremely secure. I wanted to make sure I pointed that out. The company that we use also does work for the federal government. So their security on this application is above industry standards. And I'll send you those specs after this meeting via email. So what can happen is once we get the documents here at the office, we will provide those documents, if need be, to the notary for the notary to print and then take to the client. Is that something that would probably be needed, or will the client already have the documents there at their home?
In certain cases, that document might be needed.
Okay.
I know sometimes we do provide that to the client, but sometimes, as you well know, things can happen.
Right.
Computer issues and other issues of that nature.
Right. Okay. All right. Wonderful. And so that description I just gave you really was more for the mobile. On the remote online, all of that will be via email and upload. And so we'll it'll be a good practice for us to just get a copy of whatever we need in order that we have a backup in the event that the client does not have it on hand.
Yes, that sounds perfect.
Okay.
We can get you the documentation.
And okay, perfect. And one thing we are all super excited about is how busy are we going to be? Do you guys have a pipeline of signings that we need to get right on right away? Or can you talk to us a little bit more about that?
Not sure how busy or how much work will be generating to your office or to your notaries out there. I know we have needed this feature in the past, so that's why we've signed up.
Wonderful. Well, just know that we are here and we have plenty of notaries. We have the capacity to do, obviously, dozens, if not, 100 or so a day with the notaries that we have on staff. So we've got the capacity to cover whatever you throw our way. And just want to make sure that the process that we have in place, lines up with how you all want to see things done. Is there anything in particular that you wanted to address this morning during the meeting?
Are there any questions from any of the? No. Do you have any questions?
Do they do just Tennessee or
Do
is
they?
it just Tennessee or like other?
Okay. Do you just do the state of Tennessee or do you have notaries that work in other states?
Oh, I love that question. We have notaries all across the country. And if you give me just a second, I'll show you our Notary Nerds network. So we can cover, I think at last count, it was 20 something states. But that's not as accurate as I would like for it to be. But let me kind of share my screen. Give me just a moment. But the short answer to that question is we have many notaries across the country. And I'll give you a bird's eye view into that here just a second. Sorry, it's giving me a little bit of trouble getting into my account. Wouldn't you know it, I changed my password and forgot it that quick. So let me reset it.
Would you like me to do it, Monica?
Yes, thank you, Roxana.
Which one are we looking?
Notary Nerds Network. And when you get to the membership directory, you can just share your screen. So here on our screen is the Notary Nerds network. And these notaries, again, are from all over the place. We've got Texas, North Carolina, Maryland, California, Georgia, Illinois. And one of the unique things about the notaries that you'll find in the Notary Nerds network is these notaries are very, very competent. We intentionally do extra training beyond the National Notary Association's training that they offer to make sure that the notaries understand how first to be a good notary in the state that they're commissioned in. So a lot of the notaries are already engaging in loan signings. So they're very experienced in the professionalism of how to, deal and, how to appear and present themselves when it comes to the client. And they're also used to going through lots and lots and lots of papers in order to be able to get that signing complete. So the notaries in the Notary Nerd Network not only cover a vast amount of the country, but we also are a little bit, I would say, above average when it comes to professionalism and competence. And so once they're in the network, they have to, make sure they do what they need to do in order to stay in the network. And a lot of that is going to depend on the ratings that we get from you guys. There's a rating system that you can take advantage of to let us know how the notary did. And that turns into a 1 or 5-star rating with them on the network. And of course, every notary is going to strive for a 5-star rating. So hope that answers your question.
Yes, it does. It answers my question. One other thing I'd like for you to touch on a little bit is, I know we've been talking about remote notary, but we've also had a situation in the past that has come up with respect to mobile notary. So does your mobile notary sort of work the same way, or is it a little?
Yeah, that's a very, very good question. The mobile notary works exactly the same way, whereby the job is dispatched, if you will, onto the app, and those that are closest or unavailable will be able to accept the job. And from there, they make that client confirmation call and head to that signing and get that signing done. Once that signing is done, they'll do one of 2 things. They will scan those documents back. Well, that's the only thing they're going to do is scan them back. Or if you needed us to say FedEx or something like that, we can make that happen. But for the most part, they're going to get that document, that fully executed document, back to us here at the office. And we're going to make sure that gets back to you after we've done a quality check. If for some reason, and this is not going to be the norm by any means, but if for some reason there is a mistake or an error, the notaries are committed on the network to going back and resolving that issue quickly so that we can get you the document back. Because, you know, our thing is, if it's not complete, then it's free. That's the thing with complete signings. So did that answer your question?
Yes, it does. Is there anyone else on with Rogers, Shay and Spanos that would like to ask a question? Jessica or Zelma, do you have any questions?
What is the normal turnaround time for getting a notary done?
If you give us an hour or 2, we can have a notary either ready for the RON, the remote signing, or at the client's home or place of business. So a 2-hour window is better than a 1-hour window, but a 2-hour window is ideal.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. The more the better. I'll put that out there. The more the better, but 2 hours is ideal. Would there be a need for, we do have the conference room here on Northfield Boulevard here in Murfreesboro. Do you anticipate clients needing to come to the office, or do you anticipate the clients wanting to be in the comfort of their home if we do the mobile signings?
Well, I guess it would depend on where the client's located and whether or not we have any clients close to the Murfreesboro location. A lot of our clients are in Davidson County more, or
Okay.
Williamson County. We do not have a lot of clients out in the Rutherford County area.
Okay.
Okay, most of our clients are in those 2 major counties.
Wonderful. And this is just a marketing question that I ask everybody that I start to do business with. What was it about us that made you guys want to do business with us?
Well, I know that in the past we've needed this type of service.
Right.
And we've had a couple of clients that have been from out of the state that we've needed these services for. So we need to have someone that we know that can do this type of work for us. And we just like to have someone that's there available in case we need the service.
I love it.
I'm sure there was some sort of marketing that was sent to us. I sent it along to Miss Rogers, and then Miss Rogers is the one that decides, you know, what we're going to do here in the office.
Right.
You know, and then she need to get all of us together along with the paralegals, because they're really the ones that are working with the clients on a daily basis.
Right. Well, we're super excited to support you all in any way that we can. And I'm very excited about it. So, you know, as we move forward, you know, even though we've talked about certain things, if we need to customize anything, we get moving down the road and you guys see that we need to do things a certain way, we're totally flexible and open to that, to customizing things to best fit you guys' needs. So.
Great. Well, we look forward to working with you. And I can't say how much business we'll be sending your way because we just don't know.
Sure.
But I'm sure we'll have a need for this service. And I appreciate you taking the time to talk with us about what services you have to offer so we know.
Absolutely, absolutely. And if we ever do need to back up your paralegals, we're trainable for that too, a lot of the notaries. And everyone's background checked. So when it comes to, you know, that piece of it, you've got a whole nother pool of talent there to play with beyond just the signing. So so we're excited. Did you guys have any more questions for us?
Oh, I don't have any other questions. Does anyone else on the team have any questions? Okay, I guess not.
Well, I do want to mention one more thing. We do have bilingual notaries as well. So I'm not sure if that's going to be something that you need, but I wanted to make sure I point that out before we conclude the call. So we have a Spanish speaking notary. We have a couple of Spanish speaking notaries that I know of in our network. So.
Okay, that sounds great. Thank you for letting me know.
You're welcome. And I'll make sure once this recording has converted, I'll send it over to you, Trudy. And I look forward to supporting you all. You guys have a great morning.
Okay, you too. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.